everyone. I just realized, like, I totally forgot to check my mic, but it looks like it's working. So hello everyone, happy Monday. I'm Carissa from sprinkledwithglitter.com, and I'm thrilled to be with you here today. The dogs, they're having their run of the house today. They are in here with me. They are not locked up. We don't know what they're gonna do. They could start barking at any moment. So I apologize in advance for that. But it's Monday. The couch was getting cleaned earlier today, and they had been locked up for quite a while, and I just did not want to crate them again for the live stream, so they're just running around. Lydia says, I had a big order coming today from Concord and Ninth and one of the last videos. I can't help myself. That is so much fun. We are using Spellbinders today, and we're gonna do something a little bit holiday-y. But don't worry, if you're not into holiday, you could totally go another way with this. So it's all good. It's all good. I want to thank you all for being here with me today on this very Monday. Am I right? I have to tell you, my brain is in a creative mode, but it's not in a card making creative mode. It's in like this totally other realm of creativity right now. And so I'm having a hard time focusing on the paper stuff. So I'm hoping that I can get this card out. I have it in my head. We'll see if it can translate to paper. But it feels very Monday for that reason. Just a lot going on. My Beth Ann wants to know what breeds are my pooches. And I have a Maltipoo and a Bernedoodle, a mini Bernedoodle. But she's pretty, I mean, Bernedoodles are big, but she's pretty big for a mini. So anyway, so they're running in and out. They're having the time of their lives. Not really, but Mochi is in here, and he has found these little tennis balls. They're like this big, which are perfect for him. They're a little small for Charlie, but Mochi has found, because the couch cleaners, they moved the couch and they found all his little tennis balls. And he's got like 3 of them down at my feet, and he's just holding on to them because Charlie will take them away from him. So he's like hiding under my feet with the little tennis balls, having the time of his life. He's so sweet, you guys. I feel bad. So anyway, without further ado, let's get down to the desktop, shall we? And we'll have a look at what we're gonna use. It is definitely holiday, but it is holiday mouse style. And so I am going to be using, this is all from Spellbinders, and we'll go through it. These 3 are kind of a similar collection. This one's from a totally different collection, like a monster collection, but we're going to use that as a background. It's a Peppermint twist press plate, and this could be fun as a Betterpress, or we could foil it in Opal paper onto a red cardstock and create like a candy cane effect that way. I think either one would be fun. We'll see what we have time for today. I don't know if we have time for both. But I'm also going to be using this previously released. This is the Steamboat Willie Duo die set. So you get a ton of dies in this. So this is what I actually have it on 2 different sides. So I have the faces and the arms and the tails on this side, and then the bodies and the accessories are on this side. So you can create the classic mouse designs. And you can see there are actually 3 different arm designs, and they work for both of Minnie and Mickey. So those are so much fun. We're gonna use that. Recently, Spellbinders came out with like an accessory collection and a holiday add-on for this. And it is the, let me see, I wrote it down, Classic Mouse Holiday Wreath, which is this die set here. We're gonna be using that. We're gonna actually combine a bunch of these today. And then the Classic Mouse Christmas Embellishment dies, which is like the Santa hats, the mistletoe, the candy cane, and all of that you can kind of dress up your mice with. So I thought we would do that because I haven't used this yet. Now, I will tell you, can I find it? Oh, yes. One momentito, por favor. They also carry this on the Spellbinders website. I did not link it, but I entered a giveaway on Instagram because I saw this, what is this called? Say Cheese Classic Mouse Christmas set, And I thought it was so cute, and I won it, you guys. They have this over at Spellbinders as well. So there's some 12 by 12 papers. You can see some fun holiday patterns, as well as that classic mouse that's in there. This is the, it is the 12 by 12 collection kit. It has some stickers on the back. I have some chipboard stickers, page pieces, and big bits all here. These are all available on the Spellbinders website too. So if you just wanted like an element, but you didn't want to buy the die set, you could pick up something like this and maybe do something similar. So anyway, just want to say that. I know I saw your videos on the Spellbinders Stitchmas Day number 7 and loved your card, says Francis. Yes, I am part of the Stitchmas. If you have not picked up the Stitchmas Advent Calendar, you'll want to do that before it sells out. And I will be posting that video. It's available now over on the Spellbinders site, but I will be posting it on my YouTube channel this week as well. So be on the lookout for that. But if you don't want to wait for me to post it because you're just too impatient, go to the Spellbinders YouTube channel and you'll see it there. Now, I did do a little bit of die cutting ahead of time. I did not do all of the die cutting because I thought we would do some of it together. But I did. Minnie is in one container and Mickey is over here. So we have those ready to put together. But what I thought we would do, I know, it was so much fun. You guys, I never win anything. And let me tell you, today I woke up to a message from my friend Angela, who does these Sugar Spell Candle Co. Let me show you here. Sugar Spell Candle Co. I entered a giveaway, tagged my friend in it, shared it on social media because I have some and I love them, these Sugar Spell candles, and I won. I won that. Listen, I don't win things. I don't know what's going on, but I'm on a streak. Maybe I need to buy a lottery ticket. So me and Pastor Michelle, who is my friend and my pastor, we each won like a fall bundle of the Sugar Spell Candle Company candles, and Angela's sending them over. So I'm so excited. Check her out on Instagram. It's Sugar Spell Candle Co. on Instagram, and you can check out all her fun little things. They come in like with these little wood lids, and they're just like, they're a good size. They're not like a huge candle. They're perfect. I keep them in the craft room, and so I just light them every now. Yeah. Craft Mama says you're on a roll. Yes, buy a lottery ticket. So let's start out with some Betterpress. Okay, I moved my Betterpress. I forgot where I put it. Give me a second. We're gonna start out with some Betterpress, and we're gonna Betterpress this background. I'm gonna come back up where you guys can see me. And I thought we would do kind of an ombre Betterpress. So I have my Betterpress system here. If you're not familiar with the Betterpress is like a faux letterpressing system from Spellbinders. It's compatible with some die cut machines. It is not compatible with the Impress. I get asked that all the time. The Glimmer and the Betterpress are not compatible with the Impress. They are compatible with the Platinum 6 from Spellbinders, and they are compatible with other, like the Sizzix Big Shot. And if you have a question about compatibility, if you go to the Spellbinders site, they have a list of compatible machines. So it's comprised of the platform, or this piece here, which is called the Chase. It has a few mylar shims underneath this magnetic pad that goes on top. I tend to leave all of those in, but I like to secure this magnetic pad in place because it does have a little bit of wiggle room, and it needs wiggle room so that you can actually remove it and replace it when you want to. But if I am doing multiple passes on the same plate, think of like double stamping with your stamp, I want to keep this more in place so that if I'm stamping, I'm not getting that shadow or haze when I do that. So I like to keep that in place. Then I'm going to take my press plate. Now this press plate is compatible with both the Betterpress system and the Glimmer hot foil system. So you can either foil with this, or you can do the faux letterpress Betterpress technique, which I'm doing today. And I'm going to place that on the magnetic mat. Now, it's not going to move anywhere because this is magnetic and this is sticking to it. Now, I also have some Betterpress cardstock here. So this is cotton card panels. This you can use regular cardstock with your Betterpress, but you will not get that true letterpress look because it's not cottony. It doesn't have enough give. You will get a nice crisp impression with it though, and so you can totally use regular cardstock if you just want to make an impression. But if you want it a deeper, like more letterpressy impression, then I suggest using the cotton card panels from Spellbinders in order to do that. So I'm going to secure this in place. This is some Best Ever Craft tape, and this is the porcelain color of the Betterpress cardstock. I did not put my phone on mute or on Do Not Disturb, and my niece is trying to give me spoilers about Big Brother, so I need to turn these off real quick. We had an elder meeting. Haven't watched yet. Okay, now we're on Do Not Disturb, and she can't spoil anything for me. Okay, so what I thought we would do is kind of do an ombre effect. I'm thinking we go from like pink in the center to poppy to cranberry, or maybe we just do poppy to cranberry. I think let's do that. So I'm going to start by inking up, and this is just standard inks. You can use the Betterpress inks, which are a little more viscous, but I'm just going to use my dye ink pad today. I'm being careful that as I'm inking up this plate, it's a very large solid plate, but I don't want to move it around. So I'm just kind of tapping the plate here. Oh my gosh, this is going to look so cool, you guys. This is going to be insane. Okay, so I'm going to get a good coverage of ink all over the entire thing. Let's see, I'm looking at all of my little spots, because you know how like when you ink something, sometimes you get a little mist spot. Okay, so I'm pretty well covered. Look at how cool that looks. And then I'm going to take, this is called the Platen. So this is the clear plastic part. You can see I have my cardstock taped in place in that A2 grid. I'm going to place that on the magnetic feet. Now you're going to notice that this is actually hovering off of the platform until I run it through my die cut machine. When I run it through my die cut machine, then that platen will press down into that press plate and transfer the ink. I have Francis use watercolor paper with Betterpress, and it does work, so you can definitely do that. All right, so I ran that through, and now, oh, that looks so good. Okay, but I want to add some like shading to this. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take, I'm not moving anything, okay? And I'm just going to take, actually I'm going to use a, I don't use these so often, but I'm going to use an ink cube. Oh, I've never even opened this one. Lovely. Okay, and I'm going to ink with some cranberry ink. I can see my little pad moving. I hope we didn't move it too much that we're gonna have to redo this. Such is life in the crafting world, right? Okay, so I'm inking up with cranberry towards the center, okay? And then to soften that line, I'm gonna take my blending brush and just go over that edge where that ink pad hit the plate to kind of soften it out. Now you can do this with stamps and a Misty stamping tool also. I'm gonna place this back. Hopefully everything's in place. If not, we just do it again. And then run that through. Suzuka said that ink worked so well. Oh yeah, we got it. Okay, so we have that darker center. I don't know if you can tell. It's kind of hard to tell on camera, but see that? Okay, now if we want to intensify, we just do it again. Okay, so we want to make that cranberry ink a little bit darker. We're going to go over in the same place. We're going to soften it out with the ink blending brush. Okay. And then we'll place our Platen back on to the chase, onto the magnetic feet, and then run it through. Oh, that came out so nice, says Craft Mama. Thank you. Sydney Trop says, oh my goodness. I know, isn't that cool? Now, can you imagine this foiled in opal foil onto some red cardstock? Isn't that fun? Now, if you wanted to do like a third color, you could do the entire thing. I would do it with watermelon, then go into poppy, and then go into cranberry. But the deal is that I'm gonna have a element in the center of this. So I didn't do all that work because I think most of the center will be covered up and you may not even see this kind of ombre effect. So, I mean, I just thought, let's not take all the time to do all that ombre effect, but you would do essentially the same thing. And instead of using like a full-size poppy ink pad, what I would recommend is doing the poppy with a ink cube and then also the cranberry with an ink cube. But it's a fun way to use it. This red ink is going to be everywhere, so I'm just cleaning it up really quickly so that I don't get it everywhere and all over my hands, which it's already on my thumb. Now, I will tell you that Betterpress plates, they stain, but that's okay. They still will work. They'll still foil, just like a good photopolymer stamp stains, and you can still use it over and over again, especially when you're using like these red inks, they will stain. Don't worry about it. It just is what it is, okay? So I clean that up. I'm gonna take this off here. And I will have a little part at the top that my color didn't transfer because I had it taped there. So if you're gonna use the entire panel, A2 panel, what you'll wanna do, you can tape it on the back. I don't love to do that because I feel like it gives it different depths along the back side, and I don't think you get as great of an impression. But you can just cut your panel a little bit larger than an A2 size panel and then cut it down afterwards. That's what I would recommend doing. Okay, so we have our peppermint twist background ready to go. And I'm just cleaning it. Ooh, woo. I'm just cleaning that off real quick. I'm gonna set that aside. And now I'm gonna do a little die cutting. Now I did some die cutting ahead of time, but I waited for this wreath. And the reason is I wanted to show you all how this works. So you have your wreath here with the outer portion and the inner portion. So you would just cut these to make a regular wreath. Then you also have these where you can make openings for ornaments or a sentiment. And then you can back it with this more solid piece here so that you have kind of not an inlay, but like a color backed effect. So I'm grabbing some fern cardstock. This is from Spellbinders. All the cardstock, lies, not all the cardstock. Most of the cardstock I'm using today is from Spellbinders. So I'm gonna place this. This is the outer portion of the wreath. I'm not sure that it so matters what, I'm just gonna like nestle that in there. Make sure I get it as centered as possible. The center portion, I'm not really lining it up with anything. And then I'm gonna run that through my Anna Griffin Empress machine. Isn't that cute? I love this background. How fun. You could put just like a big, bold die cut sentiment in the center of this and you're done with your card. I mean, seriously, it can stand on its own, this background. And when I saw it, I was like, I have to have that. I have to have that. You see, we're gonna lose a lot of our ombre effect when we put that, unless we go like off to the side. I don't know, we'll see what happens here. So we have our wreath, and the cool thing is Mickey is designed, let me show you guys, to fit like in this wreath. So he will fit, and you can put him with like his arms kind of overlapping and holding something right inside of this wreath. Isn't this fun? Okay, hold on, I'm gonna show you. And there's examples on the site as well. Okay, so he can fit directly in that wreath. and be so cute. Or we could do Minnie. I don't know which we're going to do yet. I know the background is the best. Seriously. I think it's like a staple. You could do this in like rainbow inking too, like an ombre rainbow, and it would be not Christmas. It would be just fun birthday with a big giant sentiment in the background. And I think that would be super fun too. Okay, so now that we've done that, let's look at our die set and determine, do we want to use a sentiment along the bottom? I want to use a sentiment, but I don't think I necessarily want to do the openings for like berries and or ornaments at the top of the wreath. So what I think I'm going to do is just center this up. So this is the one that says Merry Christmas. It fits on the wreath perfectly. So I'm just going to lay this onto the wreath here. Just kind of center it up. And I have to tell you guys, there is a fly in my craft room and he is buzzing around and driving me absolutely insane. Just use a bigger piece of paper. Absolutely. Yeah, I knew I was going to cut this down. This will not go edge to edge on my card. So I did not use a bigger piece of paper because I knew I would cut that down. Okay, so now we have this knockout effect sentiment and we can back this with anything that we want. I'm just knocking out the letters here. Okay, so do you see that? Merry Christmas. All right, so that'll be on our wreath. Now, if you're crazy, which we all are a little bit crazy, you could save these letters. I'm not about to do that. I'm gonna just dump them in the trash right there. And then I'm going to cut a piece of cardstock with this die here, which is the solid backer piece. And I'm going to put that behind the wreath so that it will show through. Okay. Maybe I want this in like, let's do the ivory color. This is, that's not the ivory color I want. This is Antique Ivory from Hero Arts. It's my absolute favorite ivory cardstock. Hands down, all the way around, Antique Ivory from Hero Arts is just my jam when it comes to ivory cardstock. It's not too yellow. It's just good, you know? Okay. So now we'll have that. Okay, I like that because it's got a lot of contrast and we're using a lot of red in other areas, so it'll help it pop off the background a little bit more. All right. Also, I have a confession. I did not do my hair today. So it's Monday. It's Monday. Did not do my hair. Okay. So now I'm going to take this and I'm going to start. I think I need a larger studio between you and Jennifer McGuire. This is so cute. That's funny. Okay, so now I'm going to take some liquid glue and I'm just going to go around the sentiment area with a line of liquid glue, and I'm going to put this on the back side. Catherine says, I'm not a fan of Mickey Mouse, but all the cards that the crafters have done are so beautiful. I am a fan of Mickey Mouse. I mean, I don't normally make I would say cutesy cards are not something I do a whole lot of. But I thought this Mickey Mouse situation with the holiday thing was so cute. I actually have a trip planned to Disneyland in December for their holiday, you know, when it's all decorated, and that just makes my heart so happy. My husband and I went last year to Disneyland for the first time. We only live a few hours from Disneyland. We went for the first time without our children, who are all grown now. But we went for the first time without our children last year during the Halloween time thing. We had such a good time. I mean, such a good time. And I decided I wanted to go back. So, but I didn't want to go back at Halloween time because I'm not really, honestly, a Halloween girl. I love their fall decor and I love when they decorate for different things. And so I totally loved it. but I'm so more into Christmas. I'm just a Christmas girl. And so I said, honey, I really want to go back, but I want to go back when it's decorated for Christmas. And so we booked another trip this year, just the two of us, and we're going to go for a few days. So excited. I actually tried to convince him to go last year just for one day, like right after we had gone in the fall, and he was like, no. So this year we're going, and I'm super excited. Anyway, I am a Disney fan for sure. Love Disneyland during the holidays for sure. You will love it during Christmas. It's so magical and super fun. Yes, we've been there with the kids before during the holiday season, and I do love it. It is so much fun. So I know I'm gonna love it. I'm just so excited. I can't. Okay, so now we're gonna start assembling our mice, okay? So these are really easy. I've done some die cutting ahead of time in order to save us a little bit of all the, like, you know, stuff. You don't want to watch me just die cut over and over again. So I did do just a touch of die cutting ahead of time. Here's the deal. I could not find a Spellbinders cardstock that I loved for the face part of Mickey. And so what I'm gonna do, I die cut it from some chiffon, and I'm blending on a little bit of wheat ink. It's maybe a slight bit gray neutral. Maybe it needs a little more pink in it, but we'll see how it goes, okay? So just giving it a touch of tan there. Oh no, that's better. That's better than the, I'll show you Minnie with her no blend. I'll show you no blend Minnie, and you can tell me if it's better, okay? So this is the chiffon by itself. And then this is with blend and this is without. Let's bring you guys down. Oh, Disney in Japan, a whole different level of experience. You know, I went with my sister-in-law to Paris this year, and we did not go to Disneyland Paris, and I'm kind of regretting that, just a little. So it is what it is. Okay, so isn't the blending so much better? Yeah, I like it. Much better blended. I agree. Okay, that's Minnie. She's gonna go back over there. So now, this is actually very easy to assemble. So you'll take the face portion, which is cut out of one color of cardstock, and let's get some tweezers. Question, Carissa, how often I'm thinking you're asking how often I ink my cubes. I have never inked my cubes, but I do not use my cubes very much at all. I mean, at all. Hardly ever. Okay, I think this is how it goes. Maybe it comes down just a little. There we go. So it has just that bit of black around the mouth. Okay, and then on the back side of this, there's a mouthpiece. It's actually marked in the die set, which I have die cut from pomegranate cardstock from Spellbinders. Okay, so this is not quite the brightest red that they have. It's a little bit deeper red. Isn't that cute? Okay, you could totally put him just like this, and you wouldn't even have to do the body. But I'm gonna do the body. I wanna show you something, if I can. Do you see the little score marks on the body here? That tells you where to put like his head. So you're gonna line up his chin with that first arch. I'm gonna kind of bend on it so you can see. It's arched right there. So I'm gonna put glue above that arch, and I'm gonna put Mickey's head right here. Okay? Sydney says your blending to your skills are top tier, Carissa. Thank you so much. I appreciate you. You're so sweet. Okay, now, oh, there goes the dogs. Now we have our little arms that go on the back side. Now they're kind of hard to see because it's all black on black, but let's put the little shorts down here on Mickey and you'll be able to see it better. I don't know what's going on with the dogs. Maybe the shoes I ordered are here. My daughter's baby shower is this weekend. Don't know what I'm gonna wear. I'm really not excited about picking an outfit. So now I have his little shorts in place. Aren't those cute? Mickey, hey Mickey, you're so fine. Yep, you are so fine, Mickey. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna take and we're gonna put some liquid glue on this little circle here. And you have 3 arm options for the Mickeys. There's also like the little Steamboat Willie hat. I'm not gonna use that. But I am gonna put these kind of where his arm is a little up like that. And then if you wanted to make these Disney cruise in December, you guys, Melissa, it's gonna be so much fun. We did a Disney cruise when the kids were little at the holidays, and let me just tell you, probably top 3 vacations of my life right there with the kids. They had the best time. But I think my husband and I would have an amazing time as well on a Disney cruise, even without the kids. Okay, so my idea is to put Mickey in here, and then maybe we put together the candy cane and we do that in his hand. I'm thinking something like that. Isn't that cute? Those shorts are so cute. Yeah, and you can put another piece behind there to make the buttons a different color. I just didn't really want to bring in another color to this, and so I decided to leave the buttons black. Now, we may put together Minnie and decide to use Minnie instead, but I'm not real sure. I don't know yet. Okay, this candy cane's adorable as well. Is everybody staying well? This is what I need to know. Are you all staying well? Because my husband came home so sick the other day. He climbed in bed on Friday night and literally stayed there until Sunday. He's back to work today and he's feeling much better. He still has a cough. I'm thinking it's probably rhinovirus because that can hit pretty hard this time of the year. I especially know this because I'm a pediatric nurse. I'm thinking it's rhinovirus, but he's feeling better and he's back to work. But is everybody else staying well? And I'm just taking all of my immune support supplements right now because I just don't have time to be sick. And also my daughter's coming in from Arkansas for the baby shower. And I just don't want to do that. Okay, everybody's staying good. Okay. Now, we could totally forego the wreath and he could be in the center like this. And this could be cute too. So we have options. We could put mistletoe here and we could put Minnie next to him. Let's just play with a few options here. Okay, we're gonna play for just a minute. We'll get the card done, but I want to put Minnie together because I may want Minnie over Mickey. I don't know. And maybe I don't want it in the wreath. I don't know. You guys can help me decide. We're gonna put Santa hats on them though, because I have the Christmas embellishment set. And it has Santa hats for both of them. Now you could put Minnie's Santa hat in like a really sick last weekend and you were lucky to not get it. Okay, well there's hope for me. Hope for me. Okay, so we're gonna put her together just like, and I just realized that there's actually etching lines that shows you where to put the little face piece. So you don't have to guess. It's like an indentation. So there's that. And so this could be a Mickey that faces the other way, but we're gonna make it a Minnie. And we're gonna do this. I'm gonna put the little eyelashes on her. So this is like a little eyelash piece. Not sure exactly which way this goes, but we're gonna figure it out. Maybe the card could be in landscape mode. It could be. We'll see. Okay, let's just put this down and see where we want it. It goes kind of like this. I kind of want, let me see. When in doubt, check it out. It's actually all the way like up here in the picture. Okay, I'm going by the picture. That's what it shows. It doesn't look like Minnie right now. It just looks like Mickey with eyelashes, but that's really what Minnie is. But let's put her little, you know what? I cut a mouthpiece and I don't know where it went. So I'm going to show you what you can do, because you could totally cut a mouthpiece, or you could just grab a scrap of paper and chop it off and put it behind. But the thing is, I'm probably going to have to trim this down so much that it's going to be a pain, which is why they give you that die, right? Okay, so let's do this. I'm going to fix your guys' comments here. Okay, get it, get it, get it. Yeah, that works. Okay. So that works, and then we'll put, I didn't cut shoes for them because I wasn't sure. If I put them, one of them in the wreath, I won't need the shoes. So I'm just kind of like, I'm kind of feeling it out as I go, you know? And then we have the little skirt here. Oh, I didn't cut the bloomers. That's what I didn't cut. But you know what? If we put her in the wreath, we may not need the bloomers. So we're just gonna wait. We're gonna hold up for just a second. Oh, she's so cute. That's so very Minnie right there. Like, oh, I'm so excited. Yeah, she's cute. Okay, I love her. I love him. We have no shoes, but that's okay because we don't know that we're going to use them. Let's do hats real quick. So there's a hat for Mickey and a hat for Minnie. And now that I'm to these pieces. Oh, hey, Megan. You must be back on your way home after the event this weekend. My friend Megan's here. Everybody say hi to Megan. We were, uh-oh. I don't know what just happened there, but thank goodness we came back. You guys, the technical things oh, you know what just happened? The air conditioner kicked on. I feel like every time the air conditioner kicks on, the camera does that. Like it's like a little power surge where it does that. Okay, now we're gonna put Minnie's hat together. They go two different ways. They are adorable. I know, they are so cute, huh? So many ways you could do them too. Like in different colors. You don't have to use traditional mouse colors, but you can. Okay, just getting that on there. And then her little hat goes like this. Yeah, that's how her hat goes. Megan's done a lot of events recently. And she's been a busy, busy girl. She kicked off September with a bang and just has not stopped since. Okay, gluing the hats on. Just like that. I feel like yours needs to go down a little bit, Minnie. Like, so you have a 4-head instead of a 5-head. Okay, I'm thinking. I cannot put both of them in the wreath. It's just not going to happen. But she could be really cute in the wreath. You'll slow down after World Card Making Day. Wow. Thank goodness. I know. Just in time to start getting ready for Halloween and stuff, right? Okay. There is a big bow. I don't think we need the big bow because we have a lot of elements going on, but I am going to go ahead and put together one of the mistletoe pieces just in case we want that. And then we can start playing with the elements we have, okay? This background, I'm digging it. I'm digging it. And just keep looking over at it thinking that's going to be so cute. So there's a die to die cut the little berries for the mistletoe. And I die cut them out of the antique ivory cardstock from Hero Arts, which is the same color that I used on the little fluff for the hat. And so that's what we're doing. Just putting them in place. Okay. So now we have a few little elements we can play with. We have the wreath, which could go like this, and we could do, here's the deal. I don't know that I love Minnie in the wreath because I don't love the way she faces. So maybe we do Mickey in the wreath here with the candy cane. It's like that old, what was that Clue? That old game Clue. It's like Mickey in the wreath with the candy cane. He is guilty. Mickey in the wreath with the candy cane. And maybe Minnie has the mistletoe and she's on another card. Okay, let's do this real quick. We may make 2 cards. If you have not already and you're here watching me, whether you're on live or on the replay, I would love for you to subscribe to my channel and don't forget to hit that notification bell so that you get notified anytime that I'm live or that I post a pre-recorded video. And if you haven't already, hit that thumbs up button. I know, aren't they cute? Okay. There's also like a scarf that we could put on Minnie, which I think would be really cute. We may need to put the scarf on Minnie. She is looking a little naked. There's a scarf for both, actually. So maybe we'll put both scarves on. That's the thing I love about sets like this is that you can actually, I think this knot goes to the other scarf. You can actually use as much or as little, as much or as few of the products that you want. So you get them, you mix them, you match them, you figure out what you want to do, you use what you want, you don't use the rest. And like I said, you can go as, you know, detailed or as not as you want. Okay, come on, where do you go? Just like that. Okay. So he could have a scarf coming off here. And she could have a scarf coming off here. That's so cute. Okay, I think we need the scarves. Darling card or cards, we don't know. Could be one, could be the other. I did cut a little tail for her as well. So she has a tail that will go on eventually. I think she's cute. Okay, let's do this. Let's just do this. I'm not prepped for this at all. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to attempt the Opal foiling on the red cardstock and see how it goes. So let's zoom you out and get you ready. I'm just putting up a few things so it's out of my way. So this is the Betterpress version here. Right here. And I mean, I think we'll pretty much just like, that seems good to me. I don't know. Don't you think it seems good to you? We have to find the cord for the Glimmer. Hang in there with me. I put things away and then I don't remember where I put them away. She needs her bloomers. We will do her bloomers. Yeah, we will do all that. I just want to do the background first because it's going to take a minute for this Glimmer platform to preheat. So I want to get it going, especially since this is such a solid press plate. So we're going to turn that on and we're going to let this heat up with the press plate in place, okay? While that's heating up, we can do her bloomers and we can do her shoes, because if she's not going to, you know, so we'll do bloomers and shoes for her. We won't need them for Mickey. Okay, so bloomers and shoes. Bloomers we're gonna do out of the ivory cardstock. Here. All right, we're just making things work. I didn't know what I was gonna do. So we're going by the seat of our pants. I mean, I had the wreath idea in mind, but I did not know I didn't know I was gonna do 2 cards, okay? So we're going with it. We're going with it. Mickey is my favorite for sure. He's cute. Okay, so we have our bloomers and we have our shoes. I'm gonna just put the dies away because I'm known to lose things, right? I'm sure you are all feeling the same. Like, you lose things when you craft. And let me do this. And if you need a guide of where to put these, you can look on the Spellbinders website, and they are really good about posting like picture guides about what die is for what. And love your shirt. Cards are cute too. This shirt, this is old. Old. I just threw it on. I was actually wearing a tank top today. And so I just threw a shirt on over my tank top to make it okay to wear live. That's what I did. Okay, this shoe goes there. And this little shoe goes there. And then the little bloomers, let's see. I need a picture. Okay, so the little ruffly part goes down right here. Wait, I'm looking. Goes like this. It's so, okay, goes like this. There we go. Took me a second. You know, once you do one of those though, you never forget. This goes here. Okay, and then we're still not heated up with our Glimmer. We'll put her scarf right here. And we'll just kind of, I was waiting for the red shoes. I know. I didn't know if I was going to use her in the wreath. We wouldn't have needed shoes if she was in the wreath, but we're going to use her outside of the wreath on a different card. So that's why I hadn't prepped those. And she's very happy. So her tail's going to be like up like that. Let's do that. where there's just a tiny separation between her tail and her hands. So you can see a gap there. Okay, and then she has some mistletoe. Okay, we are still waiting. So let's just do this. Let's get Mickey's scarf on him. I can't, it's not even been an hour yet. That's great. And we chat at the beginning, so I always tell myself, you haven't been crafting for as long as you think you have. I'm gonna put the candy cane in his hand. You know what he needs is like a Mickey-shaped treat from the park. He needs a churro or a Dole Whip. Okay. And then what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna just position him where I want him and then just maybe get some glue behind him while I can. And kind of hold him in place there. And then maybe we might put on his upper part, we might put a little layer of foam adhesive between him and the wreath so it gives it some dimension like that. Okay? And we'll have to trim off this little shoe here that's causing us problems. But for now, I'm gonna go ahead and start the timer button on this. Now this is a really solid press plate. So I'm actually going to allow it to go through the timer process twice for when I'm doing it the first time. If I was doing it subsequent times after the first foiling, then I would just do it once. So I'm gonna hit the timer, let it go through. I'm gonna trim down my piece of cardstock to 4 1/4 by 5 1/2. This is pomegranate cardstock from Spellbinders. And while that's running through, let me go over here and grab my Opal foil. I'm really hoping we get a good foiling of this. Where are you, Opal? Here you are. Now I will tell you, Opal is one of the only ones that I will never cut off the roll. A lot of my other ones have, I cut down into like panels, but Opal, it's really hard to tell which side is the right side and which side is the not right side. So what I do is I just leave it on the roll and I cut it off as I need it so that I know that I'm putting like the back side is the one that's facing in towards the roll. So I'm gonna just roll it out onto my cardstock. There looks like there's a little marred piece in this. So I'm gonna trim that marred piece off. And then we'll do this. Okay, so I'm placing the back side towards the cardstock because oftentimes I'll say put the pretty side to the pretty side of the press plate, but with the Opal, it's like you can't tell which is the pretty side. So I'm just gonna leave that there, just like that. I know it's stacked up the way that I need it to be. And then I'm gonna run this through my timer one more time. I'm gonna have to move these adorable little Mickeys and Minnie to bring in my Platinum 6. And I'm gonna have to grab my plates for this. And once this stops, then we'll go ahead and pull this over and we'll do our foiling, okay? I'm just getting rid of some stuff off of my work surface so that I can totally see. She does look adorable. Margie, isn't she just the cutest? Now, I could totally see making a adorable birthday card with these mice. I don't know if you're allowed to call them Mickey. Like, I'm sure they have some sort of licensing going on. Okay, timer's done. We're gonna pull this off, take it over to the platform of the Platinum 6. And this is already on here with the back side of the foil facing my cardstock. So I'm just gonna place this in the center of my press plate as best I can. I'm going to trim it down just like I did the other one. I'll place my thin shim and my spacer pad on top, and I'm going to roll this through. This is the cutest die set I have seen in a while. Aww. I do have links down in the YouTube description, so if you're looking for one of these products, I have them linked there. Okay, so now, oh my goodness, please turn out. Yes. Okay, we did not get quite enough pressure. And here's how I know. I know it's plenty hot, but do you see the gaps? Okay, so this is what I'm gonna do. Some press plates and some cardstocks just need a little bit more. So we're gonna grab another piece and we're gonna try this one more time and see if we can't get a better result this time. We're gonna add a shim though. Oh, this is not the right one. This is cranberry. So it's a little bit darker, but we're gonna do the pomegranate. Okay, I need a new sheet. Make sure that's plugged in. We'll trim this down. Okay. And 4 1/4 by 5 1/2. Now, if that skipping had just been in the middle, I would have probably left it. But because it's around the edges too, I'm just gonna redo it and see if we can't get a, we'll try it one more time. We'll see if we get a better result. Now, I will tell you, some foils are easier than others. One of the easiest foils that I work with is the champagne foil from Spellbinders. It is it's my favorite gold anyway. And I'm gonna take this time, I have just a cardstock shim that I'm gonna place between the thin shim and the spacer pad, and we'll see if we get a little better result this time. Technically, I probably don't need to be running the timer through on this because it's already heated up. I plugged it right back in afterwards, and I was letting it sit there while I trimmed down my cardstock and all that, but I'm just gonna run it through just for safety's sake. And then once it runs through the timer, then we'll try it again. I bought this some time ago to make a card for my 3-year-old granddaughter. I need to do that. I think maybe Minnie needs to be a Halloween card this year. That would be so cute. That would be so cute. If you have like a little witch's hat in your stash somewhere from another set, you could probably do that and do like a little thing and do her dress in like purple and green. That would be so cute. Okay, so we'll run through. Let's do this right onto the press plate. A little bit off there. There we go. Now I have that thin shim or that cardstock shim in there, so I'm going to place that on top. And let's see if we get a better result this time. It happens, Margie. I mean, sometimes you learn that there are plates that need a little more pressure, or your die cut machine starts to loosen up. It just depends. I think my Let It Shine collection needs a shim sometimes. Okay. This is either going to be it or it's not. So we're going to unplug this and we're just going to set it over here. And paper, foil, color, plate, shim, all things to play with. Okay. Okay, this one's better. I have like one little spot right here, but this one's much better. I think we can use this for sure. Oh yeah, she's so cute. Isn't that cute? So which is your favorite, or the Betterpress? We've done both today. Isn't that cool? Love that. Okay, let's trim it down with those rectangle dies that we used earlier. Same one, same size. We don't need to reinvent the wheel. Okay. So I just grabbed the same, these are A2 precision layering dies from Spellbinders. So I'm just using those over again, that same size. I'm gonna just center this up as best I can on the pattern because I didn't necessarily get the cardstock in the middle of the pattern. Run that through. Yeah, paper, foil color, plate, shim, all things to play with if you don't get great results. I find that the things that usually are a little wonky is maybe a little bit of pressure issue. Let's do this. Let's flip it and see if her hat covers more. No, it looks better on the bottom. So that's our little spot where it's not working. Just gonna do that. We'll do that. She's so cute. I love that. I love that. Okay, let's start putting, you could do red foil on white. That would be nice. You could do the opaque white foil on the red too, which would be another fun way to use this. Okay, let's start putting things together. So she needs something else, like a sentiment or something, and I'm not sure what it is yet, but we'll figure it out when we get there. And maybe I'll pull in that scrapbook collection that I won. Maybe there's a sentiment in there I could use. Okay, so I put a piece of foam between Mickey's head and the wreath, and then we're gonna put foam on the back of the wreath as well. I'm just using some stray pieces I have here of the foam that I create myself. I create the panels. And I have a video here on YouTube because I know everybody asks me about that when I say that. I love both and I've learned so much. I've never used the Betterpress plates or foil. Now I'm excited. Awesome. You know, when you come here, honestly, I hope you leave learning something. I hope you leave feeling inspired. I hope you've had a little bit of light and joy in your life when you leave here. So all of those are, if you have any one of those things, or especially if you have all three of them, I'm a happy girl when you leave here. So, and I really do appreciate all of you being here because I know you have like other things you could be doing with your time. So thank you for being here and sharing with me, sharing your time with me. Okay, he's cute. I'm digging this so much. Okay, we're gonna put some foam on the back of Minnie. We want to support her feet. For sure her head. I like Mickey the best. These are so stinking cute. I was sure if I should get, I wasn't sure if I should get these sold. They are cute. And I love them with the holiday accessories. I just think they're so much fun with the holiday accessories. So just a fun way to kind of use them throughout the year. And then in the set, they actually have like a hat for him, which is the Steamboat Willie hat. And they have the little classic Minnie Mouse cap there for her. I'm gonna put the mistletoe in her hand, just like that. Okay, so she'll be on here. And let's figure out, maybe there's just, I know there's a stamp set. What happens under the mistletoe stays. Delia says, how much did I miss? Only about an hour and 8 minutes, Delia. So let's see. Oh my gosh, how cute would this chipboard situation be? Hold on. This is that collection that I won. It's available over at Spellbinders as well. What if I had like this across the bottom or across the top? That could be cute. I don't know. We'll think about it. Let's do, I did have like a light strand cut, but I didn't have the lights and all that. So this could be cute on here if we did some lights. Delia, you know, if you hit the subscription button and turn on the notifications, then it will notify you when I do go live. So if you don't want to miss in the future, that's something that you can do. Okay, let's do lights on Minnie's card. I think Mickey is pretty much done. So I think we can do the lights in just a few minutes and then we can be done. We'll put both of these on like a white card base probably. Okay, we'll just lock Mickey down. We're making the decisions here. Let's see. All right. Perfect. Okay, so he's good. Isn't he cute? Love that. Okay, let's do some lights with Minnie. I am subscribed. I saw your Instagram message and then was looking out, but the time difference confuses me. All right, so let's see. I'm looking for the wreath set because the wreath set is where the lights are. Oh, Joy, that's so sweet. Joy says, I have an alarm set for your lives. I know that time zones are confusing, but if you just like Google, this is just a helpful hint. If you just Google what time is 1 p.m. Pacific in Eastern time or in Central time or whatever, it will convert it for you. So if you are one of those that it's challenging to do that, you can always just Google it and it will tell you. The lights will look better than the chipboard ones, I think. Well, we'll try. We'll see what happens. I don't have a sentiment for her, so I'm kind of like, I mean, I guess we could leave it like it is and just put a sentiment on the inside, but I just thought it would be fun to have. Oh, you guys are so sweet. So, also set an alarm. That is just so sweet. I love that you guys want to be here. That makes my heart happy. Okay, we don't need red lights because red lights are going to blend into the background. So we need some like pink. I had some pink out here earlier and now I'm just in a hot mess, but I have all of this pink, or I think maybe this pink. Yeah, let's do this pink. This is Dahlia from Spellbinders. 7 a.m. in Australia. You're up bright and early. Thanks for being here. Maybe we do them in like almost like a wreath pattern. Hold on, this feels like it's upside down. It is. Around her. Okay, so these are going to be the light bases that have the little socket that connect to the string. And then we can cut the little bulbs out of a couple of colors and have them alternate. So we have pink. I don't know if we do green or let's do a yellow. This is Tuscan. It's a great yellow. It's a nice warm yellow. Oh, YouTube will convert the time. That's true. So if it's scheduled on my YouTube channel and it's 1 p.m. Pacific time, it will show you it in your time. So like if you go to YouTube and you go to the channel or you see it listed there, it shows you what time it is in your own time. That's right. Thank you for reminding me of that, Jennifer. Or no, who was that? Peggy said that. Thank you, Peggy. Okay, let's do 2 colors and see where we're at from there. Okay, so I'm just gonna do, there's 1, 2, 3, 4. So 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Let's do 3 of each. Okay. So we're going to do this guy going this way. We're going to do this guy going this way. And we're going to do this guy going the opposite way. So we're going to make them on opposite sides here. We're going to do the same thing kind of over here. This is turning out so much more beautiful than what I imagined. Well, thank you. You know, I know you said you weren't a fan of Mickey, but maybe I'm making to do it is something I would say this is kind of different for me, but I'm having a great time with this. I think it's so fun. I think Mickey and Minnie are just adorable, and all the red and green is just making my heart so happy. Okay, so now that we have these, let's do the bulbs. Okay, so we're going to go yellow here. Yellow. There's a method to my madness if this will stop sticking to me. So yesterday, did you all see on my Instagram the pumpkin I made yesterday? It was so much fun. A lady at our church, a friend of mine, had a barbecue yesterday, and she's like, hey, I just, you know, like, come over, bring a pumpkin, bring a side dish. We're going to hang out, and we're going to do these pumpkins. Is the sound going off? What? Always click the notification that I receive a saying that you are live on YouTube. Let me know about the sound, because if it's, maybe it's just you and maybe you need to go out and come back in. I'm not real sure. We'll see. Hour-ish mark. I'm not sure why either. Let me see. Because on my YouTube, I'm not frozen at all. So I'm wondering what's going on. Your creativity cardstock has bloomed today. Sound is fine here. It's got to be YouTube, because everything, like, I'm monitoring my bandwidth. I'm well above the required bandwidth. Try going out and coming back in. It could be a YouTube thing on your end, but here everything is fine. There's no freezing or anything, so I'm not sure why that's happening. So I'm not real sure. No sound issue here. Yeah, so some people are having sound issues and some are not. So that's what makes me think it's a YouTube thing more than anything else. Okay. So let's do this. Let's do this. And we'll have some lights coming out from around her. Okay, went out and in and it worked. Okay. Buffering. You know what? Let me look on my YouTube again. It's not buffering here at all, so that's weird. Oh my gosh, I don't know what to say. The dogs are gonna start now too. We're almost done. I'm not, oh, so crazy. I think it's YouTube. I think YouTube hates me. I think YouTube hates me. Okay, I'm gonna do this. Put these up here. Maybe I want to flip them. Maybe I do want to flip them. Maybe I don't want to try to circle her in with them. Maybe I just want them as an accent here and there. I just got glue all over that. We're going to make it work. Just came out. Okay, so some people are having issues with sound and buffering and some people are not. So I'm thinking it's got to be YouTube. Because even on my end, I'm monitoring, like I said, bandwidth, and I'm monitoring it on YouTube. My YouTube is not showing it buffering. And a couple weeks ago, when I quit my thing early, I did see it buffering on YouTube. And that's why I just was like, oh, I give up. Even though on the replay, it like totally came back okay. So I'm just thinking like, I'm not sure. I don't know how to fix it because I should be totally good. Okay, so let's do this. And we'll just trim off the little excess of the light strands here. Please, whoever is having trouble, go out and close your app and then come back in. It will fix it all. Thank you for posting that, Catherine. Sometimes they don't hear me because it's buffering for them. Okay. So we have 2 cards. I don't know what to say on that. So cute. Glossy accents. Yes, that would be so cute. All right, let's just put, I think I can just trim one of these in half and call it good for foam on the back. Wouldn't worry about fixing it. It's just information in case something gets worse. Thank you. It happened during my Pink Fresh live stream last week too, and it's crazy. It's been on YouTube all day. Only probs are with your channel. Was watching Christina Warner prior and no probs. Okay, well, I have no answers for that, so I'm sorry. All right. Let's do this. Okay, we have 2 card fronts ready to go. I do have a question though, because Betsy, if you were watching Christina Warner, was she actually live during that time? Because that would make a pre-recorded shouldn't buffer for you at all. So if it was a pre-recorded video or a live that you were watching on replay, that would be a different situation as well. So, okay, I'm thinking there. Thinking we just keep these simple now that we've created 2 cards, and I can put a sentiment on the inside for the other. Oh, I was talking about the pumpkins you made. Yeah, so she's like, bring a pumpkin. Thank you for that, Martha. Bring a pumpkin, and I thought we were gonna have to like cut this pumpkin open and everything, and I'm like, I took an apron. I'm a mess. I make messes. Took an apron, and you just glue moss to the top and then glue your succulents in, and they will stay alive. You just spritz the moss with water, and it keeps it alive. She's like, I do this every year with friends, and she said they last all season long. So I think that's so fun. Look at these guys. They're so cute. I just want to mat these. I just feel like they need one more little piece of something. And so I'm going to take wherever it is. It's over here. Okay, so these are the smaller ones. And I have 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Let's see if this is the right size for this. Oh yeah, okay. You like the white mat? I'm gonna do silver. Yeah, the pumpkins are so much fun. So I did like a little video of all of the pumpkins after we were all done, and everybody brought kind of a different pumpkin. I bought one of those, I don't know, are they like heirloom pumpkins or something like that? And it's like a sagey gray green color, and it's so, the pumpkin itself is so cool, but it has all the succulents on top now, and it's just so pretty. I love it. It's sitting out on my kitchen counter. We'll see if I can actually keep it alive. So you guys just check in with me every now and then and remind me to water my succulent pumpkin. We were trying to figure out what you would call a succulent pumpkin. Would it be a sunken? Would it be a pumpculent? I don't know, but it needs like its own little name. The pumpkins, yes, they were fun. And it was an easy project. It didn't take long at all. We were all chatting. It was something easy to do, like as we were all chatting. And it was so much fun. So if you haven't done it, I'm sure you can get instructions on Pinterest. But literally, we just spray glued moss on the top and then hot glued succulent pieces. She bought like a few pots of succulents and just broke the pieces off and was able to get, you know, several of us pieces for the top of our pumpkin. She says they will root into it. So anyway, number 2, definitely. Also, over the weekend, while my husband was sick, I worked on some designs for mugs. I wanted to do some holiday designs, and I not only came up with holiday designs, but I came up with some faith-based designs. And so I'm gonna have some coffee mugs. They would make great gifts for the holidays. They are the insulated, like vacuum insulated coffee mugs, 15 ounce. They're like a good size. And you can have them personalized. So if you want someone's name on them, I'm offering those. I'll be offering them soon. I'm working on the listing and I'm going to pick up some sample colors in just a few minutes so I can run a few of the sample mugs to take some pictures of. But they're gonna be so much fun. And I can't wait to make those. So for those of you who saw those in my Instagram stories this weekend and voted, thank you. I actually came up with even more designs, and so I have probably 15 different designs that I'm going to be offering. So I think that'll be fun. Fun little holiday gifts. A lot of people like the Brew La La one, and I think it's going to be adorable for like Halloween, and I'm going to do that one on like a light purple mug. And try that out. So I think it'll be fun. Like my favorite, you know, like the orchid from Spellbinders is one of my favorites. It's that kind of purple. Oops, sorry, didn't mean to do that. Was trying to zoom you guys in. All right, so there we have it. A couple of cards. We could finish this off with some glossy accents if we wanted to. But I made some believers out of some of you. Some of you were like, I don't know about Mickey. I don't know about Mickey here, but the silver matte, yeah, it just needed like a little something. And you can see it's a very fine matte. If I would have done a thicker matte, it could have been too much, but this is just something to give it a little bit of shine. And I think it's a great way to kind of finish off the cards. I need more glossy accents, you guys, and I have not been able to find it at a local store. And I just keep forgetting to order it. And so I need an assistant to help me get these things situated in my life. So we're going to do glossy accents on the bulbs, on her, and then maybe we'll do it on the red part of the candy cane here. Let's do this. So my favorite design of all the ones I did this weekend was the A Thrill of Hope design. That's my favorite. I think it's the one I'm going to make for myself with my name on it. I hardly ever make myself things. So I'm always making the things for other people. I'm just going to put a little glint in her eye and a little glint in his eye. And then maybe like a little on his nose, a little on her nose. And then maybe, oops, Don't stick your hand in your glossy accents. That's why you got to be careful. You're supposed to do that last. Okay. I don't love what I did here, but it is what it is now. Okay. Just a little white gel pen detail there for some highlights. Where do you sell your mugs? On my actual website. So sprinkledwithglitter.com/store. Sprinkledwithglitter.com/store. Right now, the only thing listed are the Shine Bright cups, and I don't have the mugs listed yet. I'm working on the listing. It actually takes quite a bit longer because you got to fill out all the details, shipping information, and all that. So it takes quite a bit. And I also need to make some samples to photograph to have them on there. So that's what I'm working on. I'll be announcing them on Instagram when I have them ready to go, and you can see all of the designs that I'm going to be posting and sharing there. So thank you all for being here today, whether you're watching live or on the replay. I really appreciate you being here. I hope you had a little bit of joy, a little bit of light, you were inspired, maybe you learned something. If I had any of those things for you, drop me a comment below and let me know. Let me know which one of these cards is your favorite. And as always, you can check out links to the products that I use in these projects in the YouTube description below. I have a tentative live scheduled for Friday, but it's going to be 10 a.m. Pacific time. And the reason is my daughter is coming in from Arkansas. I may or may not do the Friday. So stay tuned to my Instagram. If you're not following me on Instagram, that link is in the YouTube description below. So I'll be able to keep you up to date there, but hopefully you'll join me. I will be live on the Pink Fresh Studio YouTube channel tomorrow. So if you want to catch another live stream, I'll be over there and they'll have some giveaways for you. So thanks for watching. If you haven't already subscribed, hit that subscribe button, turn on the notifications, and until next time, I hope you have a fabulous day. Thanks so much for stopping by and hanging out with me today. I hope you enjoyed this project. If you did, don't forget to give this video a thumbs up and subscribe and turn on the notifications here on my YouTube channel so you don't miss any of my card making and paper crafting video tutorials. Thanks again, and until next time, I hope you have a fabulous day.